keys. We've got ourselves Republic. You've got ourselves Empire. And we've got ourselves quite the war to save Middle Earth and conquer it. And so this is final table, folks, of the 312 Conquest series, the 6th Conquest, the Middle Earth Conquest. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching our games on stream as we started around 3 o'clock Central Time today, 9 a.m. local in New Zealand, which is where this event is based, time zone wise. I'm joined by Mr. Stephen Weiland, who heeded the call, the Horns of Gondor, and he was there. He answered last round. He was able to win with Morgoth. That's what we called Maul last round. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's been a great event, and you've got two really great players lined up for this. So I flew against Filipe in round 2, and yeah, his Republic list is definitely nothing to be trifled with. And then I met Josh in person this year at Nova, and this was the list that he brought, and I think he just missed the cut at Nova, but yeah, his Imperial list is well, you got 2 lists that went undefeated on the day, so don't have to say much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, we even have our Lord of the Rings dials here, which see if that and tokens. Let's see if that fares well for Josh here. Now, Stephen, continuing with the theme, we have renamed our pilots to fit into the kind of Middle Earth lore here. So I don't know if you can see the overlay on Twitch, but when you break down the list, we're going to be calling them by their new Middle Earth names. So I think I'll do Empire since you're a Republic guy. If you want to start us off here, betting is open, everybody, for final table.
All right, so our Republic list, Filipe at the helms. We have Aragorn Skywalker in the Delta 7B with a hull upgrade. So for hull 3 shields is nothing to joke around with. You've got Ground at the Arc 170 with a veteran tail gunner. And then, I think this is probably like my favorite pilot in the list. So Rick Oliphant in the Naboo at 1 with Juke and Daredevil. You don't want to mess around with those Oliphants. They're
quite large, but they still only count as 1.
They only count as 1. This is a fact. And then we've got my axe. So Gimli making an appearance in the in the Torrent with Deadeye shot and some barrage rockets. I think I'm pretty sure that's a Seizure Coruscant. And then rounding out the list, you can never go wrong with a good broadsword, especially if you're defending. I mean, whether it's it's Tirith at Helm's Deep, broadswords are essential with R4 Astromech, which really does open up that dial, and then a 9 cannon turret. So look out for those ions.
Well said. We've got Sauron. 6 points in his favorite X1. We know Sauron loves to fly in the X1. You remember in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings film, The Fellowship of the Ring, the prologue, when Sauron is literally with one swoop of his mace knocking about 30 to 40 elves and men across the battleground, right? Just unreal power. This is the way. And this is, Vader, I feel like Vader canonically kind of offers the same kind of violent prowess. So Sauron makes the most sense. He's got afterburners, fire control system, and brilliant evasion. Then we've got Saruman Fel. All right, leading his own army. He's got Apex Predator, No Escape, Blank Signature, and Feedback Emitter. He will send his Uruk-hai army at you by re-rolling his dice and being impossible to kill, or if it's range 3 obstructed and your opponent has no mods, he will die immediately. One of the two. We have Gothmog with Thermal Detonators, Blazer Bomb. The Blazer Bomb, we love it. Trajectory Simulator and Expert Handling. And don't forget about the Grand Nazgul with Ion Missiles and Brilliant Evasion. Those are your lists. Make sure you guys get your bets in. I'm going to reorder this to make sure that our higher initiatives are at the top, going down to lowest. To get into finals is insane. I agree. for a good broadsword by your side. Yeah, that's funny. So we're playing salvage mission. I don't think I ever started the time. I'm doing that now. I think we're like 1 minute off, so I'm just gonna adjust that real quick. Boom.
No, the time started.
Minutes. They did. I'm not on my end, so I just
I got you.
making sure that we're all aligned here. Again, this is the last round. This is it. It's for all of the Middle Earth marbles.
And I like a little bit of the gamesmanship with broadsword there. Not letting your opponent know which way the arc's going to be pointed for that turret off the go.
How is Vader not the Dark Lord? Well, the only reason why he's not the Dark Lord is because I had Kylo as the Dark Lord earlier, so I'm trying not to give the same pilots the same names. But yes, no, Vader is the Dark Lord, but he's Sauron. The Dark Lord is Sauron. He also could be Adar.
I like Vader as Sauron better.
Yeah, Sauron, you know.
And
No, it just
definitely
works.
say, I mean, Josh getting second player on both the first 2 turns, I think is big because then it puts Vader and Soontir in a position where they can really punish, Anakin.
Yeah, that's a 1-2 combo that can quite literally, even with a whole upgrade, just take Anakin off the board. So
Or certainly get to half. And then, so the laser bomb goes off. And I'm anticipating we're going to see another trajectory simulator.
the other thing too, Steven, is that broadside is a very easy ion candidate with the ion missiles out there.
Mm-hmm. And Axe is definitely going to have to be there to, for that evade to share with the Born for this. So I won't be able to we'll have to be hesitant to go on the offensive for Barrage Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how turn 2 goes here, but
does Grand take an objective here? Do 1 bank and grab the objective, or who's taking objectives here?
Does the 1 bank keep him in range? So you might have to 2 turns.
Ooh, I think it's only the turn does.
Because that bank would be really close. Broadside potentially, because if he doesn't feel confident about being able to ionize somebody, especially with the chassis ability that I don't see Vader shooting into broadside. I think we're gonna have an I-6 showdown at the top of the table. I think the Grand Inquisitor probably grabs. There's not a whole lot that's really threatening him. And then, if broadside doesn't pick up that center objective, I think we might see the Punisher go and grab, because he'll launch the bomb and they'll get to do a barrel roll.
Punisher is the only, the Y-Wing and the Punisher are the 2 that make the most sense right now, just where everybody is. I definitely think you could see Grand do it as well. And thanks to everyone for tuning in. If anyone's been here since we started streaming, let me know. And I will say playing in the event doesn't count, though I appreciate it. All right, round 2 coming right up.
Ooh. Public's first player again.
And launching the device and allows Death Rain, or rather Gothmog, to do the ability to do the action. Well, Tarmer Brad, I do appreciate you around your tire kind of adventure, making the time to watch us today, tonight, wherever you are.
So 2 straight and focused.
We're about hour, almost
choosing to go
hour
against
number 9 streaming at this stage.
So 3 bank for Wolves, leaving that objective behind. You're just grabbing a focus. Because I don't know if Wolf has range. Grabs evade. What happens when the blazer bomb goes off?
Oh, you are not asking the right person.
Let me
It's
All right, so
something
you
to
gotta
do
put
with
those in the box.
stress. But if you want to educate the public, I'm not going to stop you.
All right, let me go and take a peek. See what the blazer bomb does. Where's Josh's list? All right, so here we go. So the blazer bomb, at the end of the activation phase, the device detonates. When this device detonates, each ship and remote at range 0 to 1 rolls 1 attack die. Each ship or remote suffers 1 damage for each hit or crit result. And then after this device detonates, place a blaze by aligning the blaze's guides to the device tab. A blaze is an obstacle, and after this obstacle is placed, place a fuse marker on it. During the end phase, remove each blaze with no fuse markers, then remove 1 fuse marker from each blaze. There you have it.
Yeah, it'll be removed after this round. Or next round?
I think it's the next round.
Yeah. A whole lot of not shooting here. Broadside will have a shot. And we do have this shot into Death Rain.
That'll be 3
Oof. Just the one. Death Rain gets the evade. Yeah, thank you,
Sends
Tarmer
folks
Brad,
with you.
for the PSA there. Yes, indeed, as what Tarmer Brad said. And thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. We're 8 away 8 away from our goal, giving away a Stomarani and Theta 3 base plate. It's a double-sided. Thank you very much. Very, very much. That sounded insincere. Sorry. I'm locked in on the game. Thank you. Thank you,
We
Brad.
got a range 3 into broadsword.
Nothing cool is happening. Perfect. You can, if you sub, you know ads. Twitch Prime sub. So 2 here. Grand Inquisitor did take the action to pick up the box and can spend a force. Bender gifting a sub. Thank you, Bender. To Matthias. Much appreciated. Getting us to 83 out of 90 here for our goal. Getting there.
Right,
We're
so
marching there slowly. Timer, Brad. Thank you, Brad. Gifting a sub to 84. Thank you, sir. Thank you both. Let me fix the alert box really quick. It's a little off. Sorry, Steven. I know I'm like totally not talking about the game right now.
No, you're good. So Josh is taking a 2-point lead because he was the only person that picked up a box that round.
Yeah, isn't that handy? So it's really interesting how the new changes here to scoring work in Scramble. And, well, I mean, you can apply this example to anything, but I find it really interesting. 5 subs from Copper Blue. I think it's time for a sub rave. I'll have to do that in a moment, but I'll continue finishing my thought. Valorant, thank you for gifting 3 subs. We're at 92 now. Thank you guys so much. And I'll tell you what, I'm interrupting my thought here, but I'm gonna say if we can get 3 more, I'll give away 2 of those base plates, whereas we were only gonna give away 1, and the next goal wasn't until 110. So that's me being a little, I don't want to say completely greedy, but I'm pressing my luck here. So thank you all so much. We'll do that giveaway after this game. Anyways, and if I for some reason forget, I won't, but remind me to say in the chat giveaway. I will be like, oh yes. Anyways, what I was saying, Steven, was with Scramble and with Salvage, especially because of the nature of how those objectives or the way we play in those scenarios. It's really interesting when there's only 1 scramble point or 1 single crate and you can double the amount of points that you get. That was never the case beforehand. Whereas I think a lot of people see it as, oh, I can only get so many points. In those situations, when your opponent isn't near an assault point, which is harder to do, or only can't scramble and you got 1, or you got a box and they didn't that round, you can get twice as many points. You get 2 points. That's really interesting. I think it is. Hey, Sherman, thank you so much for the sub as well. Coming on in at 39 months. My gosh.
Subs are on a roll. Up, here we go. Here's another Blazer Bomb.
Yeah, and because I guess Valorant is doing a special where if you sub enough Valorant, they also give the sub, which is cool, which helps us, the streamer. It helps us. So yeah, if we do get 3 more somehow, we can give away 2 of those base plates. But yeah, while we're moving, we'll do a quick rave here.
Spot. And if Suture banks in, then yeah, Broadside won't have that Iron Cane turn shot, but he's going to go ahead and pick up the objective. Oh no.
Yeah, that's not good. So my axe is gonna bump into broadsword. Take a damage. Whoa, Brad gifting 3 more. So we hit our goal. Brad, thank you so much for your generosity. Very, very grateful to all of you. Brad jumping in here and gifting a bunch of subs and doing his own Twitch Prime sub. getting us to 95. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's the free, essentially the free hull upgrade is down from and my axe.
All right, so 2 turn. Which next turn he puts him in a really good spot where he can just go pick up a crate. Grabbing one now. Who needs to wait till next turn? Because I don't think Wolf has got arc. I mean, Rick might have a shot depending on what he did. Nope, Rick went fast.
That's an interesting spot. Death Rain obviously is just going to K-turn next turn, but I don't know. What do you think, Steven? Kind of not participating for a hot second.
I mean, he's gonna pick up a point a turn for. I mean, because there's nothing looking at him.
Yeah, it's just. But we're talking about a 4-ship list where one of your. He's not a heavy hitter, but he's definitely there to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey Sherman, thank you for gifting a sub. Wow, guys, jeez, you guys are wild. Thank you.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, Soontir. That's close if Anakin's got arc on him. But if he doesn't, then I mean, you got a range 3 from. I mean, a range 3 from Wolf. And an unmodded two dice attack for broadside.
Who is Gothmog? Oh, you know who Gothmog is.
And all right, so here's where it gets really interesting. So Blaze is an obstacle. Are you allowed to shoot on it?
I think so. Because all right, what did we miss here? So Gron took a couple from the bomb, right? So you guys wondering what happened to the stream? Little OBS crash for a moment.
All right, so Anakin got to 3, and Josh is just kind of deciding if he's just taking in 1.
He's spent out of that.
Oh, brilliant evasion. So he's good because he's out of bullseye. All right, Soontir range 1.
This is gonna hurt. 2 good shots into Anakin here.
Although I don't think Soontir will have any rerolls.
Just no escape either when you roll like that, and that's tough for Anakin. That's gonna be shields immediately.
And it takes a crit.
He did spend. Yeah, he rolled 1 paint.
Gotcha.
So 1 whole damage away.
And looks like
my dad is me. Hello.
Yep.
Son.
So he is boosting out.
Yep.
And that gets out of everybody's arc except for
broadsword,
who's unmodded.
Okay, Vader gets the 2 blanks and a hit to crit, and then re-rolling with a target lock, and we'll get all 3. Hit, crit. That sucks. Hit, crit into Anakin. And it is a damage sensor array. And he's on 1 hull. The hull upgrade just saved Anakin.
Sure did.
And now you have to put some serious heat into somebody, because Anakin's will die this game. Unless he just spends the entire game not engaging, which It's hard to win when you do that. So that's pretty good though into Vader. And 3 evades. Didn't roll in the box, but it's fine. We agreed. Just bring the results in. Choo choo. Didn't see what Vader rolled there. What was Vader's roll? He rolled out of that shot. My God. That's right. He did. He rolled 3 of it.
All right, going into Soontir. Just with the primary.
Barely range 2. Soontir's fine. Great opening here for Josh. I mean, he's up 7. He's up big right now, 7-1.
And yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, Anakin's gonna be hard. I mean, hard pressed to stay aggressive.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rely on Grand, Broadsword, and Rick to put pressure on the aces and get back in this game. Josh is team captain of Inexpert Handling, a playoff team for the 3-1-2 team league. So play on stream, enjoy the dice. Poor Andre. Dice whinging from my boy today. But another thing that helps, Steven, is that Josh has been able to move last. And when you going up against Republic aces with your own aces, Republic, I can't think of a faction that benefits more from high initiative extra information or what total information, what do you call that? Perfect information than Republic.
Well, and it's, I mean, it dictated, I mean, where Anakin had to go down first on turn 0. So then, like, allow Josh to be able to set up his aces across from him. And then, yeah, I mean, every turn, it's like Anakin's had to move first.
Yeah, man, 7-1.
And
someone else needs to get a box. But what sucks for Filipe is that the 2 boxes that he can get are at the bottom of the board. No way to get there. Grand Inquisitor probably going to 3 hard and evade.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
Same. Because even if Anakin zooms in, and that's still likely a range 3 shot. I mean, Suture's likely going to do 2 turn. Yeah, I think the only saving grace for Anakin right now is that Vader doesn't have a target lock.
That is true. Soontir probably going to nope out for a couple rounds.
Mm-hmm. So you might just two. I mean, systems bank boost and then 2 bank.
Yeah, Anakin Anakin had a shot on Vader, right? But Vader, the fact that you didn't even get 1 shield on Vader, that turn is real bad. You know, you take you take 6 damage on your ace, the ship that is the hammer in your list, and in exchange you do no damage. None.
Because Vader was able to brilliant evasion out, and then the shot from Wolf was able to just roll all pain.
Roll 3 natties. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And that's tough. Like, you know, usually you have to you do the mental math. You're like, okay, I've lost out this round no matter what because the amount of damage I've taken, but mathematically, if I can at least get 2 shields down on Vader with the amount of shots I'm getting into, that's what I reasonably can and hope to get. And when he doesn't even take 1, it's really, really rough for sure. It's not over, but this is close to insurmountable already, based on positioning. You know, if Death Rain was in the middle of the board flying towards Republic and somebody could crit him and Grand Inquisitor wasn't where he was, then I would think a little differently. But because neither of those things are true and Josh has 2 great insurance policies with where they're at and where they're going to be, he's 100%. This is already his game to lose. So let's see how Filipe can try to course correct here after things going sideways. I don't like the turn 0. I don't like Anakin kind of just coast, like willingly coasting towards a bad position in terms of his health and just where he is. He just kind of was willingly heading towards Soontir and Vader, and I don't really know what the plan was there, but not a good idea.
It's 4K from Broadside. Turn from Wolf goes over the.
I thought the elves were pretty decent, despite some of the short hair. I think that was a hang up for some people. Rings of Power season 2. I like to blow things up because I like to blow things up. Season 2 I called a triumph because I thought it was incredible. It was so good. Some purists might I mean, honestly, it does a really good job. You know, I'm not a total Tolkien purist snob. I'm like halfway there. But I thought that they took all of the weaknesses of season 1 and they acknowledged it by just doing so much better. The pacing is really good. It's thrilling, it's exciting, and it's accurate. So the key things that happen to a T, and how they did Sauron was fantastic. So I give it a 9 out of 10, honestly. I thought Rings of Power Season 2 was fantastic. And I do recommend watching it. If you were unsure after Season 1, I get it. I give Season 1 like a 7 out of 10. Like, I still liked it. But it's pretty boring, I think, for a lot of people, the average person.
Oh, no. Anakin
what happened?
Into his own ship.
Oh, and he just dies that way?
He dies. Oh, no.
You can't give him up like that. So it's 10-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. If by the end of this it's 12-1, do you consider conceding? Not the final table I was expecting.
No.
What's the dice stats so far? I don't think that I don't think it matters. Like Anakin rolled 1 pain on 2 dice twice. Like it's pretty normal. I don't think that it's really been a diciness sort of thing, right? I mean, Vader did roll out of a couple shots. I think that's the only thing that's a little aggravating, but there was only a couple of decent shots into him.
It's like, I mean, Anakin was single modded.
The dwarves are awesome in both season 1 and 2. Celebrimbor is great. Yeah. They really nailed the dwarves though, like from the get-go. I was so impressed. I think the elves, they do a better job in season 2, kind of bringing that together. So to address Sherman's point about the elves. I thought Arondir is a good character though. I like him and he's good in season 2 as well. Got the table from season 1 from the elves. Yeah. Also, the actor who plays Elrond, I'm a really big fan of. Like, I just really like Elrond in Rings of Power. Yeah, I agree. It's a bad position for sure. But let's see if Republican. I mean, you've got Vader. You can shoot an ion cannon turret at Vader. Wolf's got a
Maybe.
shot. Maybe I think it's it might be range 3. Yeah.
And Wolf, I think, already used his charge like last turn.
I hope Josh throws. I don't know. In a 30-player event, I don't think XWA is going to be taking that much stock into.
I mean, it's the same size as several of the the systems opens that have been happening. So range 3 primary and a soon tier, 2 dice against 4. So you just have an evade and
Yeah.
oof. Probably see some barrage rockets here.
Barrage rocket here. You really need 3.
Okay, so you got force evade on the Inquisitor.
Yeah, it's fun. So it's 12-2. Going to the 5th round here. Yeah, there's definitely enough time. Also, being thrown into the middle of what Elrond has been thrown into in season 2 will certainly make you change. So, give it a chance. Is TLDR? I think you will be glad that you did. And if you do end up watching season 2, please let me know. I'm curious.
Yeah, I would definitely echo Nick's sentiments about season 2. I mean, I enjoyed season 1, but season 2 was markedly better.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought it was really impressive. Not much else to say. I don't know. I think the stakes get to the point where when you jump across these different storylines, you're just as engaged. And that was an issue in season 1, was you were like, oh, I don't care about the Harfoots because I'm more interested in this thing where there's more action and pace and the music's different. And then you go to like this other story, which is more, it's not as exciting or interesting. And season 2 also like doesn't do that to you. Like you switch to another set of characters or another story, another location, you aren't taken back and pushed back into a completely different world of pacing. That's not an issue in season 2 either. Yeah, so at this point, Josh can have Death Ray and just do a 1 speed.
Yep, and soon to your systems barrel 4 straight boost, and like he's gone.
Yeah.
So taking 5 points of, even just getting half would be helpful, but nothing's really looking at him. You might be able to get some shots into Vader. And yeah, at this point in time, the Grand Inquisitor, Grand Inquisitor is a good spot to only take, a single shot from the Torrent, from Axe. Oh, Soontir's getting aggressive. I like that. Because then if Wolf tries to do a 2-turn, he's probably not going to be able to get around to have a shot on the Vader if Vader does the 3 Talon. All right, so at this point in time, they're going all in on Vader. Grabs the focus.
Just reloads.
Oh, reloading. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So 4K for both. Return.
Darth Atlas did call it.
Yeah, now with nothing looking at him.
You end up boxing in Soontir. Soontir did a bank or a hard turn. I feel like Soontir's just doing a 4 straight.
4 straight.
No, did the bank. You could still, did Soontir do a system phase reposition? Did, right? A barrel roll?
Correct.
So can't barrel roll until the ability. Takes the evade.
But could boost.
Could boost, but not going to. Can now either, will probably boost out of Rick's arc. Down to the right. After shooting. Vader. Barrel rolling the wrong way?
There we go.
Misclick. I was gonna say, you don't want to barrel roll into a broadside ion cannon turret. Here we go, range 1 from Soontir with 1 reroll.
Does he go range 2 or range 1?
Oh, going to axe.
Might go into the torrent. Yep.
And my axe.
That's a better call. There's no mod.
Axe still has only 1 damage, right? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
That?
I mean,
just 1. Reroll for 2. Axe. Ugh. Takes 2.
And then 1 away from half, and the Grand Inquisitor.
Still half now.
You're already taking the 1. So
the self pump damage earlier. Yep. And there's the boost.
Yep.
So now only getting shot at twice. It's going to be a range 2 nothing shot from broadside and range 3
maybe from Wolf.
Maybe from Grand. Yeah. So Soontir's ability, his charges are out. No shot.
He's out.
This has been this game would make me cry if I were Filipe.
I mean, kudos to Josh for how well he's putting on a masterclass right now.
Yeah. Hit crit. Soontir will have to spend the ability, and the evade is still safe. It almost got the blank out. But alas. Hey, Anderson Historiador. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the 312 crew. Really butchered that. I'm really good at that, though. Reading Twitch names incorrectly. 15-3, and this game is pretty much over. So Josh basically tiptoeing past the finish line here to claim the trophy or the Middle Earth conquest and claim his dominion over Middle Earth.
Does Vader still have an afterburner charge?
I think he does. I think he has one left. He has none left. Sorry, I know it looks a little hard to tell, but the brighter is the unused side, the darker is the used side. Yeah, either self bumps, but the turn 0 wasn't good, and again, Anakin kind of just accepted moving towards Soontir and Vader. Like, I'll figure it out later kind of thing. Needed to be a little bit more mindful of his ace. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, well, you can still recover from that a little bit more than how he did.
Yes, I'm trying to think. Because I don't think Broadside has had, or Broadsword has had a 9 cannon shot the whole game.
No. Yeah, it's just this game has been on Josh's terms since the first engagement. And you know, good X-Wing players, Duncan does this. I mean, you do it. A lot of people. You basically you force your opponent to just take what they can get, and you dictate everything else, right? That's what great X-Wing players do. It's like, I'm going to put everything where I want it to be and where I need it to be, and you're only going to be able to take what you can get, which is like that range 3 pot shot with like into a ship that's evading with a Y-Wing, right? Like we saw that shot from Broadside. Wasn't going to do any damage to Soontir. So controlling, you know, being able to influence the win condition. And I'm definitely I'm sounding so philosophical with a game like, you know, X-Wing, but still, it's something that I've noticed over the years of playing a lot of games and against a lot of good players. And also how I try to play. Consider myself to be a decent player as well. So
Better than just decent?
all right. I don't know. I don't like to say I'm a good player. Like I believe I'm good, but I don't like to say I'm good because it just seems it sounds conceited, right?
No, then I'll say it. You're a good player.
Oh, well, thanks, Steven. You are very good.
Thanks.
Are you glad the season's over? Team League season's coming to a close.
I mean, it was.
How was
a lot of fun?
People had fun. That's good.
Yeah, and took a season hiatus from the Blast Doors. We had the fair game in Downers Grove. There was a healthy amount of people that were interested in playing in the league, and I know one of those. So if Anthony, if you're listening or hear this later, he was really excited at the prospect of playing in the league, and he had a blast.
Yeah, he had a couple wins too, I think.
He did have he had some good wins. He had some losses against some really world class opponents, and he beat Joel week 2. And
right.
I remember that. I saw that. I was just like,
holy shit.
I mean, right? I was super excited for him. I know we got to play against Deering from Australia, he's a world class player, and had a competitive match. I think the final score for that was 20-13. So wasn't one of those things where all of a sudden it's you just got blown out of the water. And he had great experience. And so it was fun to have opportunity to bring some local folks to. Paul's flown in the draft league, but it was his first time in the 3-1-2 league. So so I was excited to get local folks in, and at the end of the day, got to have some fun X-Wing matches, and I think the one
good.
thing
awesome.
that with the league, the versatility in lists that you can rotate for wildcard faction, or just have that chance to fly different lists within a faction. Definitely gives some where you're not just locked with this is your one list for the entirety of a season. So, but yeah, great season.
I'm glad to hear it. It seems like there's been more tilt from folks this season than in the past. I'm trying to identify ways that we can correct that next time we do it. One issue has been a couple of players have just disappeared. And then when I tell the captain that their team that matchup would be forfeited if no one can sub, they don't like that, which I get it. You don't want to forfeit any of your games. But there's no, I can never account for people just not playing in the league when they're supposed to, right? It's like, that's a weird thing that we had to deal with this season. So I always understand if things like life gets in the way, whatever. I always believe unless there's an extreme emergency, you always can have time to tell someone, hey, I actually can't play. I need a sub.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of waiting till Sunday and then being like, and then, ghosting. Or saying in the last possible day I can't play. Well.
Yeah, if there's one thing that you and the folks that are the creative trust behind the league is that you find ways to make those pivots and changes.
Yep.
And then move forward from there.
Broadside, unfortunately, loses the crate.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be 1-1, and now it's just gonna be
20 teams.
20 teams, 7 players.
7 players each team. Yeah. I'm thinking of possibly adding an 8th player and having a 3-player bench, and the 8th player can play any fast. I have to figure that out to try to improve when 2 people who are on the bench can't sub in a given week. Try to help that, but that's Team League is a huge undertaking. If it wasn't for the help that Eric has provided with score tracking and doing his part, huge part, it would be hard for me to balance. Like, I've been very busy throughout the course of the Team League, but it's gone very well overall, and we're about to start the playoffs, which are more concise, the playoff format, 3 weeks instead of 4. So 17-3, and I think at this point, I don't fault Filipe for just calling the game. I never, when I always talk about, is it worth playing out? It's just, if you play a game this tilting, I never fault someone, and I totally understand what I would do.
I think he's throwing.
That is the concession. Aha, flipping. It's like tipping the queen. Never give up, never surrender. All right, well, I'm going to congratulate Josh here.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I'm sorry that game, Filipe, went that way for poor Annie, but want to congratulate
to be honest, it was not in my plans to play the 5th game, so I don't have the resistance.
Well, not many people plan to play Final Table. They just hope they can get there. So, but you played amazing. I'm glad I got to have you on stream twice, and thank you for playing. Congrats for having a really good run. I mean, 4-1 is a really great run. Josh, congratulations on winning the Middle-earth Conquest. Have Dominion over Middle-earth. My question for you is, are you more of a Dark Lord Sauron or more of like a Galadriel type of vibe here with ruling Middle-earth? Are you going to try to, turn unemployment in Mordor to 0, or are you going to try to spread some happiness and joy through Middle-earth? What are we thinking here?
I think the world needs more good guys. So
okay, not the spicy answer I was hoping for, but the fair answer I respect. So I respect that. But hey, again, congratulations, dude. It's been awesome having you in the Team League. I know you and you've had a little random things pop up that keep you honest in Team League, but it's been fun having you as a part of the Discord and our community. And congratulations on a very well earned victory today in winning this conquest.